Good morning students. Once again welcome back to C++ class. Today in this class I am going to explain you about C++ tokens. This topic already have explained in C programming also. Same topic here I am explaining tokens, C++ tokens. Okay, so as already explained tokens in C, tokens are a smallest element of a program or a small these are all called as a building blocks of any program. Okay, small individual unit of a program and that is meaningful to the compiler is called as a tokens, or you can say that every individual part or a small part of program is also called as a token. Okay, so tokens here we have a number of tokens. In this picture already I have given tokens. Okay, so what is the first token here? Identifiers. Okay, so just here one character is missed, that I am changing. Token, that is token. Okay, later we'll change it. Okay, so here we have different types of tokens: keywords, operators, strings, constants, special characters, or you can say that special symbols and identifiers. All this will come under tokens. Now we will discuss one by one slowly. Okay, now the first one is keywords. See, keywords in C programming we used some words like int, float, char. Okay, so that already I have explained. Keywords means, keyword means there is a specific meaning for each word in the program. That word cannot be used as a variable name and all, because for that word there is a special there is a special meaning with the compiler. Okay, that words is meant to perform a specific function in this in the program. So okay, means each and every word. Example, if you have a int, what it means, it is an integer. Float means it's a real number, means the number which is having a decimal places, character, like that. For each and every keyword there is a specific meaning in the program, and you can't use that keywords as a name of the variable and all. Okay, so and each keyword performs some specific function in the program. Okay, and if you are trying to change the meaning of that, if you example, if you are trying to give a name of the variable as a keyword, what it means, you are trying to change the meaning of that keyword. So in that cases you will get some errors, and that is not allowed in the program, and keywords cannot be redefined. Once you have loaded the software, by default that keywords are defined with some specific meaning, so you cannot redefine that words. Keywords are already defined words, predefined words, built-in words. That words you cannot use as a name of the variable and all. So here I have given few examples, few keywords. Auto, break means auto when we'll use if you want to create automatic variables. Storage classes, double, int for integer, struct to create a structures, break to break the loop. Means for each and every word there is a specific meaning. Okay, so such words are called as a keywords. So what are the keywords? Keywords are the predefined words. We cannot use that words as a name of the variable, and we cannot redefine that words. Now the second word, identifier. See, whatever words you are getting from a software, that are called as a keywords. In program, while writing a program, in some cases, in some situations, you need to pass some names, you need to pass some information like name of the variable, name of the function, name of the array. In that case, we are getting some words from the program. At the same time, we are also supplying some information. So whatever information you are supplying, that information is called as an identifiers. Okay, whatever names the user is giving, like name of the variable, name of the function, name of the array, such are called as identifiers. Okay, and whatever names the user is giving, that name may consist of different alphabets and numbers. Okay, so that identifier is a sequence of characters and numbers. Okay, and your identifier name must be in different in spelling, means whatever names you are giving in lowercase letter and whatever names you are giving in uppercase letters, both are different, because C++ is a what we call this case sensitive. Okay, and you cannot use keyword as an identifier. See in the example what I have given, int a I have given. A is the identifier, int is a keyword. Okay, so keyword here, what is the meaning of the int? Means whatever variable you are declaring, that is an integer. And what is the variable here? A. Okay, understood? So identifiers are nothing but the names, the information is given by the user, and keywords are the words which are supplied by the program software. Okay, now the next here, while declaring a keywords, you need to follow some rules. What are the rules here? They must begin with a letter or underscore. So when you are giving a name of means if you are giving an identifier, if the user is giving an identifier, that identifier can be, means it can start with underscore or it can start with the letter, but it should not start with the digit. It is a rule. Now they must consist of only letters, digits or underscore. No other special character is allowed. Okay, so when you are creating an identifier can be a combination of letters, combination of numbers and a combination of underscore, but it should not be a special symbols. Okay, like a comma plus, that is not as an identifier, it is an arithmetic expression or any expression. Now it should not be a keyword. So when you are creating a any identifier, that identifier should not be a keyword. Now always identifier should be a single word. It should not have white space, means space in between. Now it should be up to 31 characters long, as only first 34 characters are significant. Okay, now this is about identifiers. What is the difference between keywords and identifier? Whatever words you are getting from a software program, that words are called as a keywords. Whatever you are giving, that are called as an identifier. Whatever the programmer is supplying, that are called as an identifier. Whatever you are getting from a program, that are called as a keywords. Now constants, this part also I have explained in a C programming in the first semester. Okay, constants are like a normal variable only, but whatever values the constants holds, no, that values are fixed. Means if you have declared any variable, normal common variable, that can be modified, but if you have declared any variable as a constant using a const keyword, that variable value cannot be modified. Okay, so throughout a program, if you want to maintain fixed value, constant value, then we'll declare that variable as a constant variable. Okay, so here you see the definition. Constants are like normal variables, but the only difference is their value cannot be modified. Okay, so whatever value you are storing in a constant, that cannot be modified. Okay, now they have also called as a literals. Okay, now you see the syntax. Const is a keyword. Data type means the data type can be a int, float, char, string, whatever data type you want to use, you can use that data type. Okay, so const is a keyword, means as it is you have to write. You are not supposed to change it. Now variable name is identifier, you can give any name. Now here I have given few constants. Okay, few constants. You see the first one, integer constant. Const int is the data type, a equals to 10. means whatever constant you are declaring, no, that constant is a integer, because what data type I have given? Int data type I have given. So if you have mentioned the data type as an int, means that is an int constant. Now value 10 is an integer, so that is called as a int constant. Next, const float. Okay, what value you are assigning? Float. Okay, and I have declared that as a const. Okay, means whatever value you are assigning to that, that is a float constant. Okay, now the next one is octal value. Octal hexadecimal later I will explain you. Next, you see the character constant, means if you are fixing any character in a variable, you can declare that variable as a character, and you want to fix that value, you want to fix that character, then that type of character is called as a character constant. Now you see the string constant. String constant means, actually what is a string? String is a collection of characters. So collection of character means it is a character array. Collection means what it is? If it is more than one, then you can use array, no? So if you want to store more than one character, then you can use a character array, then that is called as a character constant. See, here I have given character const, char have given, and what is the name of the array here? Title. Okay, title. And what is a string here? What is a constant string constant here? Data flare. So I have given data flare, you can give any name, but here you have a more than one character, so it is called as a character constant. Okay, now the next one is strings. Strings. What is a string actually? String is a collection of characters, as already explained, and every string ends with null. It is a rule. String declaration ends with a null. So this null character indicates that end of the string. So how to declare a string? You see, char string 20 I have given. So char is the data type, and here string is the name of the array, and what I am storing? GPRDC. So when you have declared a string of 20, then you will get 20 bytes of memory to allocate, to store the string. Okay, 20 bytes of memory. But when we declare a char as a string, memory space will be allocated as per the requirement. Okay, C means string of 20 I have given, means only 20 bytes of memory will be allocated. But if you have declared a same without a size, means without a 20, then according to the requirement, the user will get the memory. That is the string. Now you see the special symbol. What special symbols we have in a C++? See, square brackets I have given. Square brackets when we use when you want to declare an array, and when you want to give the size of the array, we'll use a square brackets. So that is why this will also come under a special symbol. Okay. Next, parenthesis, when you want to create a function, when you want to call the function, when you want to give a parameters, where you will give inside the parenthesis you will give. So that is why this parenthesis will also come under special symbols. Now the next one is the braces. When we'll use the braces? When you have created a function, when you want to give the body of the function, then where will give the body of the function? Inside the braces only will give the body of the function. So that is why this brace is also called as a special symbol. Next, comma. When we'll use a comma? When you want to separate a variables, when you want to separate a parameters, then we'll use a comma. So that is why comma is also called as a separator. So comma will also come under the special symbol. Next, colon. When we'll use a colon? So when actually colon is used in C++, if you have actually we have a different access specifier, no? So scope of the function when you are giving, at that time we'll use a colon. At that time I will explain this colon. Okay. Next semicolon. See, every statement should end with the semicolon, no? So semicolon will also come under special symbol. Asterisk, when we use asterisk, when you want to create a pointer variable, there we'll use asterisk. And when we'll use the assignment operator, when you want to assign some value to a variable, no? Then we'll use the assignment operator. Preprocessor. In the structure of C++ program, already I have explained. Preprocessor means before starting a program execution, if you want to add anything to your program, then in that cases we'll use a hash. Hash indicates preprocessor. Okay, means before starting a programming execution, whatever mandatory files are there, no, that file should be loaded into your memory. Okay. Now here we have operators, special symbols over. The next one is the operator. See, what are the operators? See, already I have explained operators in a C programming. Okay, so operator is a symbol. Operator is a symbol which is used to perform some arithmetic and logical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, so what is an operator? Operator is a symbol which is used to perform some arithmetic and logical operations on operands. Okay, example, if I'll give C equals to A plus B, C is a operand, A is an operand, B is an operand, and what is an operator? Plus is an operator. Okay, so what is the use of in that example? Plus is used to perform arithmetic operation on operands. Okay, next operators are of different types. Here I have given two types. One is a unary and the second one is a binary. What is a unary operator? See, if the operator is performing some action on only single operand, then that is called as a unary. Okay, what is a unary? Unary operator is nothing but only one operand and operator. Such operator is called as, means if operator is performing only on single operand, then that is called as a unary operator. Now the next one is the binary. Binary means what actually? 2. If operator is involved with more than one operator, means if it is performing operator is performing operations on 2 operands, then that is called as binary operator. Okay, how many types of operators we have? 2. One is a unary, second one is a binary. The unary operator is performing, it means it involves only one operand, means operator is there but it is only one, there is only one operand, then that is called as a unary. And binary means if there are 2 operands and operator is involved with 2 operands, like A plus B is there, how many operands are there? 2. Okay, then that type of operation is called as a binary. Okay, now here we have a different types of operators, and it is an essay question actually. We have different types of operators like arithmetic. As you all know, arithmetic means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So for addition, what operator will use? Plus. For subtraction, minus. Multiplication, asterisk. Division, /. Like, so these operators are allowed in C++. Okay, so whatever operators you are using, each and every operator in detail you have to explain. So arithmetic operator we are using. Now come to the relational. Relational operators are also have explained. Okay, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, okay, not equals to. Okay, so these are called as a relational operators. Okay, which are also called as a comparison operators, which are used to compare 2 or more operands. Okay, such are called as a relational operators. Okay, now the next one is a logical operators. Logical and means when you want to compare 2 or more relational expressions, then will use logical operators like logical and, logical or. If you want to compare two relation expression, like if you want to check if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then A is greater than B is one relation expression, A is greater than C one relation expression. So you are comparing two relation expressions. So when you are comparing two relation expression, there will use the logical operator. So logical and, logical or, logical not. Okay. The next one is assignment operator. So what is the use of the assignment operators? Assignment operator is used to assign some value to a variable, like A equals to 10. A equals to 10. Equals to is called as assignment operator. Okay. So assignment operator also we are using in C++. So you need to explain about assignment operator also. Now the next operator is bitwise. Bitwise operators like a bitwise and, bitwise or, like that operators that are used to manipulate at a bit level. Okay, means it is used with when you are performing any operation bitwise. Now the next one is a conditional operators. Conditional operators is also called as a ternary operator. These operators are also I have explained in C programming, question mark and colon. So when you want to when you want to check a condition and based on that condition result, if you want to print a value, like if you want to check A greater than B, if A greater than B, if you want to print A value, else if you want to print a B value, in that case instead of writing a if condition directly in a single line, you can use a conditional operator. And a conditional operator is a combination of two operators. One is a question mark and the second one is a colon. Okay. And this question mark is used to separate expression and expression result. This is about operators, and these are the tokens of C++ programs. So what are the tokens? Tokens are small individual units of your program. So in C++ you have number of tokens, keywords, predefined words, whatever you are getting from a software that are called as a keywords, and operators. Operators are the special symbols which performs different operations on operands like arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise and all. The next one is the strings. Strings are collection of characters. Okay, and string collection of characters. So that is why if you want to create any string, that can be created as a character array. Now constants. See, if you want to create any variable with a fixed value, then that is called as a constant. So if you want to create a constants, that is declared with const keyword. Okay, const keyword, data type, variable name and value. Now special characters. So whatever operators are not come under the operators topic, that all the remaining all will come under special operators, like a parenthesis, square bracket, asterisk, dot, semicolon, colon. So that will come under special characters. Next, the identifiers. So what are the identifiers? Whatever names the user is giving, like the user is giving a variable name, function name, array name, object name, that all will come under identifiers. But whenever the user is giving names, the user need to follow some rules. A name should not start with a number, it should not start with the special digits, it should not contain a white spaces, it should not contain any special symbol like that. Okay, so finally, actually what are the constants? When you are writing a program, what will include? Will include different characters, will include different numbers, will include different operators, will include different keywords. Okay, so you need to explain each and every category, what operators we are using, what constants we are using, what variables we are using, everything will come under the token. So, and it is an essay question, you need to explain about each and every token in C++. Okay, and it is very easy. If you will write a simple program, no, you will get all these tokens. See example, if you are printing a simple name, Then what example, cout is output statement. Cout int a means int is a keyword, a is the name of the variable, and main is the example keyword, and c equals to a plus b are writing, plus is an operator, c, a, comma b are identifiers. Like in a simple program also you will get a number of tokens. Okay, so while writing a token, just once you list out all the tokens whatever you used in the program. Okay, so this is about tokens. I hope you all understood. We'll continue the operators in the next class.